Welcome to Ursonuts Radio. Ursonuts Radio is a show that takes you on a ride outside your mother's basement to examine the other sex and try to find out if the female species is from Earth or Venus. Open your legs as we search your vajayjay for answers beyond your comprehension. This is Ursonuts Radio with your host, Jeffery Watermer Springer.
Spock.
Yes.
About those colorful metaphors that we've discussed. I don't think you should try using them anymore.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, you haven't quite got the knack of it.
I see.
And another thing, it's not always necessary to tell the truth.
You cannot tell a lie.
I don't mean lie. But you could exaggerate.
Exaggerate?
Exaggerate. You've done it before. Can't you remember?
Hell, I can't.
Everybody, welcome to Ursonuts Radio, right here on Block Talk Radio. Now, I want to thank you all for being here tonight and spending your evening with me, your host, Jeffery Watermer Springer. Now, tonight we're going to interview a good friend of mine. I've known this man for several years. We've been talking about anal probes for a very long time, me and him. And finally, we are going to talk about it on the show. That's right, I'm talking about the one and the only, the Martian Manhunter himself, Mickey Thorn. Mickey Thorn, who is, of course, the United States ambassador for the Billy Liars UFO cult leader case. Of course, we've been talking about Billy for years right here on Ursonuts Radio. And tonight, the ambassador is on, and we will be talking to him remotely from Mars. So this is going to be a very special episode of Ursonuts Radio. Also, I have a big announcement. This might be my last episode of Ursonuts Radio for a long time. You see, I have other things to do, other fishes to fry, other aliens to bait. So I might be passing the reins over to a special young man who's been catching my eye for several months, Mr. Justin Pink. Justin Pink might or might not be the new host of Ursonuts Radio. We will find out on the next episode. It's still an ongoing thing, and I will let you know more when the time is right. But for now, on Ursonuts Radio, what do we do here? We explore the unexplorable. We attain the unattainable. We look at dimensions in space and time that nobody else even dares to dream of looking through. The looking glass, the rabbit hole, the butthole, whatever kind of wide hole you want to speak of, we here at Ursonuts Radio look through it with our things in our hands. And that's all I'm saying about that. We talk to a lot of people here on this show over the years who, of course, are trying to bring you disclosure on the whole enchilada when it comes to aliens, UFOs, and anal butt raping, or anal probing, as they call it. And tonight, we will welcome a man who knows his way around an anal probe machine, Mr. Mickey Thorn. Now let's go on a quick break and hear from our sponsor, Mr. John LaJoy, and his track about Sundays. It's a beautiful song, and when we return, we will have Mr. Mickey Thorn on the show here on Ursonuts Radio.
And we are back here on Ursonuts Radio with our guest for the evening, Mr. Martian Manhunter himself, Mickey Thorn, is finally on the show. Mickey, now you're reporting live from Mars, is that right?
Yeah, you know what, I'm on Mars right now, and I'm looking to see everything that I can see right now, and, you know, it's really, really great. It looks really, really red out here, people. It's really, really red.
Mickey, tell us a little bit about your endeavors with the one-man army, Mr. Billy Liars. And, you know, I'm, of course, a big fan of his story. His case is fascinating. And you've been his ambassador for a long time, the German cult leader. How did you join that cult, and how did they get you on Mars? Tell us, Mickey.
Well, they got me on Mars in a really, really, really unique way. See, there's this thing that people in ufology should know all about. You know, it's called anal probing, and there's been a lot of that going on. And I don't know what happened. I think they kind of anal probed me and just kind of shot me in the sky, and that's how I ended up here. It's really, really red and musty around here. I'm looking to see all the Martians and stuff. I'm seeing a lot of stuff around here. It's really, really intriguing.
Mickey, let me ask you, at 13, you had your first encounter with a gray alien who inserted something in your buttocks. He anally probed you, sir. Tell us about how that experience went, and was it any different than what had happened beforehand with your uncle?
Well, you know, it kind of changed my life. It kind of put me in a situation where I saw things. I saw things in a really, really, really different way after that. And you know what? If nothing else, it proved to me the existence of extraterrestrial life. I can hardly breathe up here, man. I can hardly breathe.
How is the atmosphere on Mars?
Very, very stiff. Very, very stiff and stifling. I can hardly breathe up in here. It is really, really ridiculous. I'm having a hard time. I think I'd rather have the anal probe.
It's amazing you can breathe at all. Now, is there a war on Mars?
No, but you know what? There's this green alien who's got a bunch of groups around him, a bunch of people, like the disciples. I think there's a bunch of Martians, it's like the disciples around this one Martian. If I'm not mistaken, I think that looks like that might just be the Martian version of Jesus Christ. If I'm not mistaken, I mean he's got followers and everybody. It's really, really crazy.
Oh my God! Here you heard it first on Ursonuts Radio, everybody. We might just have bear witness to the Green Messiah of Mars. That's right, the Green Messiah of Mars. Now, there's definitely war going on Mars. We had Laura Eisenhower. She was on our show. She's, of course, the granddaughter, former roommate of the granddaughter-in-chief of the President Eisenhower, and now she's, of course, claiming to be family with him. We had her on the show not too long ago, and she told us about the colony on Mars. Can you elaborate on that at all, Mr. Mickey Thorn?
Well, there's a lot of things about it. There's lots of colonies here on Mars. I can admit, here on Ursonuts Radio, I can tell you for sure that there is life on Mars. It really exists. There are little green men here on this planet. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Are they all green, including the women?
They're green. All of them are green. The women are green, like the Green Orion women on Star Trek. That's how they are here. Except everybody is completely hairless. Completely hairless. I don't see any hair anywhere.
Well, you know, if it's good enough for Captain James T. Kirk, it's good enough for Jeffery Watermer Springer.
And Ursonuts Radio.
That's right. Ursonuts. Now,
Yeah.
listen, I might retire from the game of radio. As you know, I've been talking to Justin Pink to replace me here on Ursonuts Radio. What do you think of Justin, Mickey? Do you think he can fill my shoes?
I really think that he can handle the job because he's really somebody. He really knows his stuff. I mean, if it wasn't, I think you know what I think he is? I think of him as the next generation. You know, the next generation. The next generation. For people like us, he's the next generation. He's the next generation. You get it?
Yeah, well, he is literally the next generation. He's a lot younger than we are. You know, we're kind of old folks, you and I. Now tell me, Mickey, I hear a lot of explosions in the background. Is that gunfire in the background, or
well,
is
there's a bit of a civil war going on here. I kind of look at it like the Jesus colony is feuding with another Martian colony over here. So that's why you hear all the gunfire.
That was a big one. See, I was thinking maybe they already put the first Taco Bell up on Mars, and maybe that's what all the explosion was about.
That could have been, you know, Martian burritos. It could be. I'm kind of looking forward to maybe coming home and having a burrito at Taco Bell myself.
Now, Mickey, tell us, is Billy Liars on Mars, or is he still in Germany with his cults?
I don't see him here. I was looking for him. I was trying to find him, but, you know, I really couldn't find him. I don't know where he could be at. I think he might be still trying to experiment. Maybe he needs to have an anal probe and get anal probed all the way up here like I did. I think that might work.
Now, confirm this, whether you know it to be true or not, Mickey Thorn, since you are the ambassador for Mr. Billy Liars. Can you confirm, did Billy lose his arm when he tried to anally probe his sister?
It's hard to tell. I really don't know if that was his sister or his mother.
Well, that's the other rumor. The rumor is it was either or, but that's how his arm got stuck. It snapped off, and now he is the one-armed German man who has started a cult all around his UFO pictures. And I will tell you what, this man, he knows what he's talking about. He is Billy Liars of Germany, and it's amazing the photographs he threw over the years with strings on them, and, you know, you can sometimes see the fingers opening up the strings, but it's so realistic that it makes you believe that those are real aliens. Now, since you've been promoting this, man, have you encountered any life-threatening situations yourself that has made you think that maybe you should not continue supporting this man, Billy Liar?
Well, Billy's a good man. I mean, Billy's heart's in the right place. You know, I really wish that they would build a toilet here on Mars, because I really think that maybe these Martians would be nicer to each other if they had a place to, you know, urinate maybe. I really don't know, but, you know, Billy's a good guy. I think maybe Billy could talk to them about that. I don't know.
Now, how many are there in the cult, you know, currently, in the Billy Liars Martian cult? How many
Last time I checked, there was about 7.
7 people. That's amazing. That's up 3% from last year.
Yeah, last I checked, there was a good 7. A good 7 individuals.
Tell me if this is true or not. Isn't it true that this man named Steve Erndell committed suicide because Billy told him that he was going to anally probe his wife and he just could not handle it. Did Steve really commit suicide, or is this another fabrication of the media, mostly CNN?
I think it's a fabrication, because I think I see him over there with the Martians right now.
Now have the Martians made it a requirement that everybody gets anally probed at least once or twice a day? This is another question we're having from the panel.
Yeah, you know what? Personally, I really wish that they would probe a little bit more, but they do it on average of twice a day.
Very good, very good. That's what I've been hearing. Now, of course, this comes on the heels of a major disclosure that is being right now reported on the media. Of course, Obama's not saying it, CNN is not saying it, but we're reporting it right here. There is life on Mars, and Mickey Thorn, the U.S. ambassador for Billy Liars, and the Martian cult that deals with the Pleiadian contactees, that is the Billy Liars case, has proven it to be so. Mars is really active. Laura Eisenhower really is on the money, and Alfred Weber also is on the money, and right now we have to pay tribute to Billy Liars, because this man has done what nobody's been able to do. He has brought disclosure out to the forefront of America, and we're doing it right here thanks to you, Mickey Thorn.
Well,
you're an agent, my friend.
I'm so glad to be a part of this show. You're So Nuts Radio. It really, 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 really tells the truth about ufology.
It really, really, really does. Oh my God, that was a huge explosion. That was definitely a Taco Bell sounding explosion.
I almost got messed up. I almost got messed up there. Oh my God. I think it's time for my good friend Jeff to beam me back up.
I think so. Now we're here live on Ursonuts Radio. I'm here on the East Coast of America. You're on Mars. That's a very long ways away, my friend. It's amazing we're getting the kind of audio reception that we are to begin with. But these wars on Mars are troubling. Aren't you safe? Is your life safe? Or is your life in any danger from some kind of war zone?
Well, these explosions, sting a little bit, but they're no worse than the anal probing that goes on every day.
Now, we understand that along with the anal probing, there is another thing that is being done to the gentlemen, especially, where they put a thing around your penis and they just suck out the semen. Now there's no pumping involved. There's no ejaculation the normal way. Why don't they just have a little alien girl or a little alien woman or a little alien guy, I don't care, ejaculate you by hand? Why do they need to put this thing over your penis and try to squeeze out the juices?
I'm not really sure. I haven't been impregnated with any aliens yet. I don't think. I think there's a bit of a problem with my anus.
Now, do Martian males carry the baby? I also hear this to be true.
Well, I've noticed that a couple of times. It looks a little bit like the males are the ones that are responsible for the birth of the children Martian. I think that's the case. It sure looks like it to me, but, like I said, you got the Jesus aliens over here and then the other aliens over here, and they're all fighting each other. They're not getting along really good.
Now, at what moment in time did you realize, Mickey, that you were maybe making a mistake by going to Mars? Because it sounds like it's a dangerous place up there, to be real.
Well, listen, it's definitely a dangerous place. But you know what I do? I keep my head down and my anus up, and I'm in good shape.
I wonder what the fascination it is with the anus that these aliens have. Now, is it a common thing? Have they told you any secrets of the cosmos? Have they told you anything about other races out there? Because right now we're dealing with the green Martian alien. But we know that the universe is teeming with life. Have they shared that with you, Mickey Thorn?
Well, I really don't know too much about that. that secrets in the universe are like specifically created for bigger anuses than mine. I think it goes by. I think the aliens use anus as the threshold to decide who gets the knowledge and who doesn't. You know, maybe they could beam you up here, and maybe they'd like your anus better than mine.
Well, I've had a person or two in my day that I have a very, very attractive butthole. They said that my butthole is wider than a Korean whore's butthole.
Oh, wow. Well, that could be. Well, I gotta watch out for that one. I'm afraid I almost got my head taken off. I gotta be careful around here. Jeepers creepers.
That is getting hot and heavy up on the red planet, and I'm really worried about my good friend Mickey Thorn. Guys, if you want to send any letters to Mickey Thorn, please send it to Jeffery Springer at ghotmail.com, and I will forward it to my assistant, who will then forward it to her assistant, and one day he will receive the mail, guaranteed. Now, if you guys want to call in and maybe ask Mickey a question or two while he is trying to duck for cover, please call on in. 646-478-3206 is the call-in number here on Ursonuts Radio, right on Block Talk Radio, which is a show that has been on radio for far too long, and is a show that takes itself way too seriously, and of course, with guests like Mickey Thorn, why would we not take ourselves so seriously? Isn't that right, Mickey?
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Now, Mickey, what do you think President Obama would think about life on Mars the way it is? Do you think Mr. Obama would approve of the things
Wait. I think there's this thing called plausible wait, what's the word? Deniability. Plausible deniability. Huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's all.
Yeah.
Now, Mickey, are you there?
I'm here.
There you go. You seem to have gotten a little bit better of an area. The war zone has died down a little bit. It sounds a little bit better.
Yeah, I kind of crawled off into a little cave. I'm actually kind of warm in this little cave. I think it's almost time for another anal probe.
Now, is there a lot of caves on Mars, and do any of them lead to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
There are plenty of caves. I haven't seen anything that leads to the Willy Wonka, but I'm still looking to see if maybe there's some chocolate rivers on Mars. That's something I've always wondered about. I haven't found any yet.
And marshmallow dreams. You can make some s'mores on Mars and really enjoy your stay. Now,
sure can.
Let me tell you, my friend, Martian life has to be an odd one. How do you spend your days on Mars? What exactly is that you do during the day? Just duck for cover because there's war zone everywhere, or is there something more to a Martian day that we don't know about? Tell us, Mickey.
Well, I live for the challenge of categorizing what's going on here on Mars, because I want to make sure if I'm getting probed up my derriere twice a day or more, I need to know if it's the right thing, and I want to know what it's for. So my days are kind of spent researching the various Martian tribes and trying to understand what it is about these creatures, and if there's any chance that they'll be coming over to Earth at some point.
Now, why have they not made their way to Earth? That's a very good question. Why have they not made their way here?
I really don't know. I think they're too busy fighting amongst themselves and probing people.
Well, that is a damn shame. I would like to get probed myself here. See, as a ufologist expert, I've always said that I would welcome a good anal probing by the grays, the greens, or the blues. It don't really matter. Just probe me, goddamn you. But they don't want to probe me. I've been asking for it for many years. Even when I went to church as a kid, I would ask the priest, please probe me. I would wear sexy clothing and nothing. He wouldn't touch me. I don't know why, but now, one day I have hope that the aliens will finally touch me like they touched you, my friend. And now we're almost out of time here on Ursonuts Radio. And gentlemen, please take this as a possibility that it might be a show. Or it might not. I am not sure yet. But I'll tell you this much. Next time you hear this show, we might have Mr. Justin Pink along with us. Because I love his work, and I would love to add him to Ursonuts Radio. So, Jeffery Watermer Springer here, signing out for your...
Oh my God! I think I'm going to get anal probed again. I'll have to talk to you next time. They're going up there.
Take care of yourself, brother, and we will talk to you on the next chapter of Ursonuts